And a family of 5 has been gunned down in Woodlands, Durban. Paramedics and police have confirmed a husband, a wife and their 3 children were found dead at the scene. Our reporter Dason Thathia is there. Dason, good to speak to you. What is the latest on this gruesome discovery?
Well, Tony, in fact, police are still on scene. Paramedics are also out here. They had initially responded to this call. You rightly described it as a gruesome discovery, and that was a husband, wife and 3 children. As far as I understand it, those 3 children are quite young, and I believe that they are in primary school. So the scene is still very much active. In fact, if you just look around, you'll see that there's a lot of activity here. Neighbors are outside their homes talking to each other. People are gathered in small groups, and emergency services, as I mentioned, are still here. Police are not telling us too much yet. They're saying that they want to get more information from those that are currently inside the house, and that's the only time they'll comment. But who I have with me at the moment is Gareth Jameson from Rescue Care. He had responded to this call today. Gareth, what did you see when you got into that house?
Carnage. Unfortunately, my team were here before me. They entered with the EMRS paramedics. They were here, and they were met with carnage. Unfortunately, 5 people, including 3 children, have been killed via gunshot wounds. Unknown exactly what led up to the gunshot wounds or who actually fired the shots. However, it's a gruesome scene, horrific scene, and yeah, it's not pleasant at all, especially when children are involved.
Let me clarify this. We know that it is a shooting and there were gunshot wounds sustained. Are you able to tell us, just how many shots were fired or anything like that?
Unfortunately, I'm not sure, but that will be SAPS investigation. Just multiple gunshots and obviously multiple casualties as a result of the multiple gunshots.
Gareth, was there anyone else in the home at the time that this happened?
Unknown at this stage. When we arrived here, we were met with obviously just a gruesome of 5 bodies, lifeless bodies in the bedroom, and that was all that was found by paramedics and police, and who arrived first.
So all the victims were found in one room?
That's correct, yes.
Okay, Gareth. And any indication as to what may have led up to this at all?
No indication at the moment. Obviously, the neighbours are quite shaken up about this, and I do see SAPS interviewing certain people, so hopefully they'll get to the bottom of exactly what led up to the shooting.
I know that the call went out this afternoon, and that's when emergency services workers were here, but is there any idea of what time this may have actually transpired?
Unknown at this stage. We only received the report at about 2 o'clock this afternoon, and SAPS were already in attendance, so I do think it happened sometime before that.
So in your experience, you would say that it could have happened a few hours or even yesterday?
No, definitely I think a few hours ago, before we did arrive on the scene.
100%. Thank you very much for your time. Gareth Jameson just giving us some of those details. His team was here and they had gone into the home. There has been some speculation that it could have in fact been a murder-suicide, but police are not confirming that yet. As I mentioned, they are waiting for more details before they pass those on to us.
Okay, Dason, it looks like a pretty upmarket suburb, and then it begs the question as well, that property, did it belong to that family, and who actually discovered them?
That's right, yes. This family was living on this property, and you're right in saying so. It is what seems to be a middle-class suburb, and this is certainly something that has caused shockwaves in this community, and people are now also standing around trying to figure out how this happened in the middle of this neighborhood and what seems to be a quiet street.
All right. Dason Thathia there. I know you just got to that scene. We'll leave you for now and then catch up with you a little bit later on when everything becomes a lot clearer. Dason Thathia in the suburb of Montclair, south of Durban, where a gruesome discovery was made. The bodies were discovered in a home on Isleworth Avenue this afternoon. The bodies of a couple and 3 of their children.